Hello nerds, and welcome to the 2024 Pacathon. This is the, of course, Pacman Reinforcement Learning Tournament, and I'm going to help you guys get set up with the repository so you have a successful tournament. To start, there is one prereq I expect you to have. If we hop into any terminal and we run git version, I expect to see some output like git version and some numbers. If you don't see something like that, what you should do is install git, and this would be any first link you get when you type in git install, and you can follow the instructions for your operating system. But once that's done, you can come on over to our repository, which you can find by typing github.com/buaiml and hopping over to our repository section. When you're there, you got the Pacathon repository, of course. And we can just clone it from here, but since we're going to do pull request stuff later for submissions, you all should make a fork of this repository. So if you click fork, you should see your own account pop up, and you should see Pacathon. We can create the fork, and this will just take a couple seconds. And when that's done, we'll see the Pacathon repository in our own profile. Alright, now this is great. We have the repository, and it's our own private copy. What we can do now is go over to this green code button, and we can download it. The way we do that through Git is by copying this link, and then we can go into our terminal again, and we should figure out where we are so we can hop into a useful spot. Right now I'm in my home directory, so I'm going to hop over to my desktop. And now this is a slightly better place to clone, so I'll type git clone, and then the actual repository link we just copied. This will take a moment, and then we'll end up with the Pacathon repository. So I'll take a second and check it out. If I come on over here, I see on my desktop, Pacathon, and there's a lot of files in here. It's maybe a bit overwhelming, especially if you hop around the folders and you see more folders. There's a lot to look at. So let's start with the basics. If we look at just the README file, we'll see that there's a couple of instructions in here for us. What we can do is we can check out the preview. And there's a couple good details in here you should read through, but I'm not going to read for you. Instead, I'm going to look at the setup section. Most important thing here, and most common mistake, is going to be that you do not have a good Java version. So me personally, when I hop back into my terminal and I type java-version, I see OpenJDK version 21. This is the best case scenario, but you guys will probably see something like don't know what Java is, or you'll have a really old version of Java, and you'll probably need to fix that. So what I've done is if you look back at the README file, you'll find plenty of links for your operating system. So for example, if you are on a Mac, you can open that link and follow the exact download instructions for your Mac OS. Of course, you can hop around to other OSs as needed. All right. You know you'll be successful, or you'll know you've succeeded once the Java version command prints out 21. A very common issue is once you've set everything up, you should probably restart your computer, and that will help refresh all the home variables. This is especially important on Windows computers. All right, from here, we can actually finish running our project. So if we open a terminal in our Pacathon project, you can see I'm now in the Pacathon directory. We can run Gradle W, and then we have to type in the fancy desktop, which is right here. So LWJGL3. That's just the way we connect with graphics cards. And then if you type :run afterwards, we can see our project get set up. You'll see a couple files get downloaded. You'll need an internet connection for this to work. And then you'll see Pacman pop up, hopefully. And from here, you'll be able to play Pacman. You can use WASD, and this is the version of the tournament that your Pacman will go through. So you can actually play through manually and see the tests that your Pacman will have to deal with. This isn't a perfect copy of Pacman, but it is pretty close. Alright, so a lot of you are probably going to have a difficulty on this step here. You'll probably see something like build failure or build success, but then you'll scroll up and see that there's something like invalid source 21 or some other error. 9 times out of 10, that's going to be because you don't have the correct Java version. So again, if I type java-version, I should see this 21 right here. All right. Well, hopefully that's enough to get you started with this repository and get it downloaded. All right. Tune in for the next one.